Did I record? Yes. Okay. So let's start with our June numbers here. So and as you guys hop on, if you could just mute your line for me, that would be lovely. Thank you very much. Okay, so to recap June, you guys know I start this at the beginning of every month. This is our first team call of the month, which is crazy that we are literally in July right now. It's absolutely insane. And I wanted to show you guys how much we have grown in the past 2 years, and how we all should be really excited about what's to come. So to recap June, let's dive on in. So June of 2015, this was our Success Club board. We changed 25 lives that month. As you guys can see, this is back when there was literally no one on this board is really on the team. That's not the Jackie that's on our team anymore. So like nobody really on here is on our team. But this was I remember this being a really big month for our team because our team was starting to grow at the time. Fast forward a year to 2016, and this is what the Success Club board like. Now you're gonna start seeing some familiar faces, and it's pretty. This was a really, really good month for us compared to the year before. And then bam, this was 2017. This was a really great month, guys, in regard to Success Club. I mean, seeing so many newer coaches in Success Club 10 and Success Club 5 was absolutely incredible. And honestly, in the close but no bananas category, I'm still unbelievably like over the moon excited about how many new coach names are on this list too. So to all our new coaches that got on the board, who did what they had to do, I'm so proud of you. For those of you who felt like short the last month, do not sit there and dwell on what you cannot change. You know, move forward. We're fine. We helped 96 people last month. That's absolutely amazing. And I know for a fact we can double that this month. So let's all work really hard to make sure we can do whatever we can to make that happen. Here's our Success Club points comparison in a graph. So 49 in 2015, 149 in 2016, 191 in 2017. So the progress is still going up, which makes me excited. Here's our team volume comparison over the last 4 years. So this, for those of you that are newer coaches, I say this every month. What this is how much our team is growing collectively. So as you can see, 2014 is 1459. This was actually my third month as a coach in 2014. So I was still growing at this point. So you guys can see it's significantly going up every single year. The fact that we ended 2017 at 31,000 is absolutely amazing. So congratulations, everybody. That's literally 30,000 more points in 2014, which is incredible. For our June rank advancements, congratulations to Summer, Alex, Lauren, Kaylee, and Kat, who also Stacy. Everybody, those were our Emerald Coach rank advancements. Stacy did it in her second business center. All the other girls did it in their first. It was absolutely amazing. So congratulations, guys. Lena leveled up to Emerald 3. Rachel Wolford, she leveled up to Emerald 4. Our Diamond coaches in June, guys, this was such a great month for rank advancements. Our Diamond coaches in June, Jennifer hit Diamond, Erica hit Diamond in her second business center, and Stacy hit Diamond last week. So congratulations to all of you. We're super proud of you. And then Team Zach rank advanced to 3-star Diamond. So congratulations to everybody that rank advanced last month. What an amazing month. And I know that's going to go up big time this month and August too. So pretty pumped about that. Welcome to all of our new coaches. We had Lauren, Amanda, Paula, Catherine, Dylan, Amanda, Lauren, Amber, Cassidy, Liz, Cassie, Cheyenne, Morgan, Christina, all newer coaches on our team. We don't take that lightly. When you make that commitment to yourself, we're so excited that you're here. We will do everything in our power to make sure that you succeed. We just ask that you meet us halfway, that you show up, and we will literally give you all the tools and resources to make those dreams and your why a reality. So we're so proud of you and for making this commitment to yourself. And we can't wait to see what you guys accomplish this month. And yes, as Stephanie said, there's so many new names and it's super cool to see. Couple things to know about July. Shift Shop is going to be released on July 12th. I am so excited about Shift Shop. I hope everybody else is too. It's going to be a challenge pack on its own. But I mean, I still recommend you doing all access challenge pack, because why wouldn't you whenever you can get everything for the same price? So you can do all access with Shakeology or the performance line for $160. And if you have people that are already BOD members, they can do the Shakeology and Portion Fix challenge pack upgrade, so to say, for $130. Team Cup registration is going to open up on July 13th. This is a way people that participate in Team Cup, as you guys can see at the bottom, they earn about 16 times more in that month than coaches who do not. The way this works is you can have up to 2 diamonds per team. You don't need a diamond. You're working together to hit Success Club for prizes. So next month, they haven't announced the prizes yet for that month, but we want every single person on our team, on Team Simply Beautiful, to get onto teams of 5. Start thinking about who you'd want to work with, and basically all you're doing is you're rallying for Success Club points. You're trying to help as many people as possible. People go straight from coach to diamond in this month. People go from emerald to like 1-star, 2-star diamond in this month. It's all about how aggressive you want to be and how excited you want to be and how much you can replicate to your team. Your Success Club prize, you guys saw I posted it in the team page today. You're going to get a Shift Shop tank top if you hit Success Club. You have the opportunity of doing that in 2 accounts if you have a spouse account. So you have a chance to get your hubs or your friend one too if you can do it in 2 accounts. But actually, I thought that tank top was extremely cute. So shoot for that so you guys can get your Success Club prize. It is also Summit Month. Next Wednesday, our team will be at Coach Summit. So make sure that you watch the call that we did on June 28th last week about Summit if you're going and you missed it. And make sure that you download the Summit app to your cell phone. This is important. Wednesday, July 19th, we will not have a team call. Instead, Carl Deichler is doing a surge. So this is 5 to 6 p.m. or 5 to 6 Pacific time. That's 8 to 9 Eastern time. So it's still 8 o'clock. It's still our normal team call time. He's going to be speaking about everything that we hear at Summit, and he's going to share what the focus is for the next 6 weeks. He'll be interviewing top coaches and how they're going to be building off of the Summit momentum. So this will replace our team call that day. If you guys are cool with it, I'm still going to put a link up in our team page so we can, anybody that wants to, and I recommend that you do, hops on at 9. And we'll do from 9 to 9:30. We'll strategize on how we want to take his announcements and get ourselves ready. Success Club trip promo, just so you guys know, they're giving away all-inclusive rooms to Riviera Maya for the Success Club trip. If you're a coach, if your rank right now is Coach, Emerald, Ruby, or Diamond, not Star Diamond, or you have it on your teams, go to FAQ 4227 so you can figure out how to earn a free trip. Basically, the way that you're going to do this is try to hit as high as you can in Success Club every month. And you will get off the wait list, and you'll get to be able to go to Riviera Maya for free, which is awesome. Here's our July calendar. I sent this out in our newsletter, so you guys should have this. I also posted it in our team page. This is what I'm doing for marketing, but basically what you guys need to know is this. We had a coach sneak peek last week. New coach training kicked off this week. There was a Shift Shop one, great. One-on-one calls, I'll still do a couple for my PS coaches on Thursday night. You should have already scheduled that. There'll be no one-on-one calls for my PS coaches next Tuesday because I will be at Summit, just to make sure you're aware of that. Shift Shop is released next Wednesday. Coach Summit is the 13th through the 16th. You're going to want to make your goal to be at Success Club by the 15th, so you don't have to stress yourself out about it for the rest of the month. Prep week for Shift Shop. I recommend that if you're going to be doing a Shift Shop group, that you probably make this week a prep week for your challengers so you can help them get ready. I will host a coach opportunity call on the 18th. That's going to be us coming off of Summit, so it's going to be a great time. If you have any challengers that you think would rock at coaching, you're going to want to get them on this coach opportunity call on the 18th. There'll be a prep rally for people to get ready for the new group on the 20th. That'll be at 7:30. The Coach Shift Shop group begins on the 24th, as well as my challenge group Shift in the City. If you're not in that group, I posted a link in our team page. Add yourself into it. It's coaches only, and we're all going to go through it together, which will be awesome. And then one-on-one calls resume on the 25th. I think that's it. Okay, awesome. So that's what you guys need to know about July. Great June, great ending to the month. Like I said, the only thing, like I don't take any of that stuff lightly. Like I get super excited about seeing the growth for our team every single month. And I just want to let you guys know how proud I am of you. Trying to mute this one. How proud I am of every single one of you for your hard work over the past. I mean, we're like, guys, we are like halfway through the year. Think about that. The half of the year is gone already, which is absolute madness. So it's time to get our head straight. And for those of you going to Summit, I think it's really going to propel you into the second half of your year. For those of you not going to Summit, we obviously are not having a team call next week because we will be at Summit. So in replacement of our team call, Summit will be streamed live on Thursday night. So you guys can go in there, you guys can watch the announcements. You'll be hearing it just when we do, or exactly the same time we do. And that's what your little homework is for next week. Go in there and make sure that you're enjoying it and you guys get to at least be a part of it so you guys have stuff to talk about. And watch your teammates, watch what they're talking about because it's going to be awesome. And I will say that they will put up registration for next year's Summit next week. So just be on the lookout for that because you're going to want to get it and it's at a discounted price next week. Okay. I wish I had water. I talked so fast. Okay, so tonight I wanted to come on here, and I'm honestly not going to keep you guys very long. I just want to give you guys some of my takeaways that I had from Tony Robbins last week. As you guys know, how many of you guys know who Tony Robbins is? Okay, if you do not, make sure you Google him, please. He is what they say, like everybody calls him like a motivational speaker, like a personal development guru, whatever. And what I loved about him is he's like, I'm not any of that crap. He's like, I don't want to be that stuff. What I want to be is a solution finder. And the one thing that I realized that I needed, because I set a huge goal for myself and for our team this year, I decided, hell, screw it. We're going for Superstar Diamond this year. Like, we're going to make some stuff happen. I'm going to do whatever I can to mentor the coaches that are on this team to where they want to be. I'm going to find the coaches that I need to help us make this goal happen. I'm going to help 15 to 20 to 25 women create the life that they desire. And I was like, so I need to start viewing my business as a business. And going to Summit is phenomenal. Going to Super Saturdays is phenomenal. But I needed something else, something different to help me advance my leadership to the next level. And guess what? Does anybody have any idea on how to lead an organization to something that big? Anybody have any idea like what I was told to do? When you set that goal so high, you're not only like it's not even just a goal for yourself anymore, right? It's for an organization. Anything. What do I need to do? What do you guys think that I have to do as a leader to get that to happen? What do you think that is? And it's going to be something that you might not realize. And that's something that I want us all to start thinking about. What does Kelsey need to do to lead an organization or to lead anybody to a goal this big? What would you need to do? It's not a simple task. Yes, Stephanie, you're right. I need to grow myself. For you to reach any cap that you want in your life, you have to focus on you. And I'm not saying, oh, screw you, Stacy, I need to focus on myself. What I'm saying here is I can never be the person I was destined to be. The goal was placed in my heart, anytime that a dream enters you, it was put in your life for a reason. If you can vision it, if you have a dream about it, if you can see it, then it's possible. But the only way that we can achieve it as a human being is to go after it, balls to the wall, guns a-blazing, and make yourself better every single day. So what I learned, what I decided to do is I decided with my coach, Natalie, we're like, you know what? Let's go. Let's go to Tony Robbins. If you guys have not watched, how many of you have Netflix? If you have not watched I Am Not Your Guru by Tony Robbins, please make that your personal development in the next week. Because that was why I realized I needed to be around this man. I was like, I need to do this. And a lot of times we look at personal development, and we're like, okay, like I can just read a book, I can just do this, I can do that, whatever, cool, I'll be better, I'll feel a little bit more inspired at the end of the day. Right? Everybody, how many of you guys do that, right? It's like, you guys think that personal development is just something to make you feel better, right? It might make you do something. It might fire you up for a little bit. But the whole point of personal development and growth in general, guys, is to make you act. It's to teach you exactly what successful people are doing so you can replicate it. It's actually not, it's meant to inspire you. That's great. But somebody telling you how is not enough. Somebody telling you how to do it is not enough. If you aren't actually doing it, you don't know it. Does that make sense? If you're not actually taking what they say and applying it to your life, then you're not actually doing it. I walked into that place that morning, not having any idea what to expect. All I knew is they said, the first speaker that came up said, make a decision on what you want to get out of this today. And as you guys said, as I showed you guys, is there's 5 things in 5 different categories that I took away, and I'm going to go through them quickly because I don't want to keep you guys here all night, because all I can say is the one thing is like you have to be okay with taking training outside of Beachbody. Not just for business, but for your life. Because sitting in that seminar, listening to this man speak to me, I just felt my whole life just being like, okay, I know what I need to do. And that's something I've been needing for so long. So I had the privilege of hearing from a bunch of speakers, but like Gary Vaynerchuk, I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's fantastic. He curses a lot. He's not really everybody's cup of tea, but he still knows his stuff. And he talked to us about social media, and I'm going to touch on that a little bit at the end. But I want to jump into the first thing that I took away from this, and it's motivation. How many think that our job as a coach is to motivate somebody else? Yes? No? I did too. I thought it was my job. How many of you guys have had people that have come on and quit and you felt so defeated? Or people that you believed in, they came in balls to the wall, they told you they were going to do all this stuff, you were so excited for them, and then 2 weeks in, they're like, you see their cancellation email come in, or they just fall off the face of the earth and they stop answering you. And we all get so defeated by that, right? And we think it's our fault. Like we could have done something different. My question for you guys tonight is, did somebody have to make you press play today? Or did you make that decision yourself? Did somebody stand over your shoulder today and say you need to drink your Shakeology, or did you blend it yourself? Did somebody tell you today to listen to a podcast? Did somebody tell you today to invite somebody to your challenge group? Did somebody tell you to wake up and change your kid's diaper? Did somebody or did you just do it? Right? So I want to talk about that for a second, because this is my biggest failure as a coach, 3 years to date. And it's a failure that I'm embracing, is that I believed it was my job to motivate people. And I am so guilty, and guys, I want to see you agree with me if you felt this way. I am so guilty of somebody coming to me and them being like, how many people had their first thing you say, what are you hoping to accomplish, or why aren't you accomplishing? And they said, I'm just not motivated. How many people have said that to you? I need your motivation. I need motivation. And here's my immediate response, or was my immediate response. Oh my God, like my groups are so motivating. All the girls in there, they're going to cheer you on. They're going to motivate you. You're going to have somewhere to go every single day to plug in. Life is going to be good. Like you're going to be so on fire, and I can provide you with that motivation. I'm going to do that for you. Really? I can't do that for them. You know what our job really is as a coach? To inspire them. Our job is not to motivate anybody, because the only person in this world, the only human being in this world that you can motivate is you. Why do I do what I do every day? And I'm going to talk about this in a second. Is because I am motivated. I am self-motivated. It is not my fault that somebody fell off or gave up on themselves. It is not your fault if somebody quits on you. It is not your fault if this person came in guns ablaze and I'm going to get a 6-pack and then quit 2 weeks later. That's not your fault. Not if you're doing everything you can. So here's what I realized that I was missing. I believe my job was to motivate them, to make them show up, to provide the perfect content in these challenge groups, to give them everything they needed. But really that wasn't what I needed to be doing. What I needed to be doing is find out why they actually came to me in the first place. And I know you guys asked this question. How many of you guys on here ask why? What are your goals, right? We know why. But how many of you guys stop when you get the answer? I want to lose 5 to 10 pounds. Great, awesome. And you move on. How many of you are guilty of doing that? We can do that. Programs can get you lose up to 15 pounds and you stop. What if we asked why again? Why do you want to lose 5 to 15 pounds? I'll bring you back to my story really quickly. Why I decided to join Beachbody is because I gained 15 pounds after college and I was miserable. If somebody would have said, what were your goals? I would have said, I want to lose 5 to 15 pounds. If somebody said, why? I would have said, you know what? I graduated college and I was drinking all the time. I was miserable in my job. And before I knew it, I gained 15 pounds. I just felt crappy about myself. And I hate looking at myself in the mirror. And I just cannot believe that I literally have gotten to this point. I hate myself. And then if somebody said, what would make you, like, if you accomplish this goal of losing 5 to 15 pounds, what would that mean to you? And then you got my real answer. It's a little bit different because the reason, and I want you guys to think about it, write it in the chat box really quick. Why do you just show up every day? I'm sure every single one of you have a reason, right? Why do you press play every day? Without anybody, I don't have to message any of you on this team and tell you to work out today. Why is that? Because you have a reason. Every single one of you have a reason. And it's the same thing in the business. The people on this team that are not doing things with the business are because they do not have a reason why they need this to work. For me, I never, and guys, I'm going to be very vulnerable with you. And this is what he got out of me because he asked a ton of questions, which I'm going to share with you guys in a second. This is what he did to me, okay? He said, why are you working your business? And I was like, because like I have a family to provide for, things like that. My real why, I can never go backward. I never want my kids to have to go through what I went through growing up and watching my parents divorce and fight about money, watch my mom take my dad for everything he had, watch him suffer, watching him cry on Christmas morning because he can only give us one gift. I never want to feel the way that I felt when I was in that work establishment, getting beat up, getting criticized every single day. I never want somebody to tell me when I can go on vacation. I never want somebody to tell me I have to come in anyway when I don't feel good. So why do I show up every single day? Why do I, even when I feel like absolute dog ass and I don't feel like doing anything, why do I still show up and invite every single day? Why do I still work out every single day? It's because I know the girl that I used to be and I hate her. I don't want her life. She was okay, she tried, but she made me miserable. And I have a reason that I have to keep going forward. So that, guys, is why I am self-motivated. And I know that every single one of you have your reasons for fitness, right? Because all of you guys are on a health and fitness journey. But do you have enough of a reason behind business? No matter how much your day sucked, no matter how busy you were, you'll still find a way to get in a power hour. You'll still find a way to talk to somebody and invite somebody. Because here's the reality of it. You can only motivate yourself, but whenever you succeed, guess how that helps you in your business or in your fitness journey? You're inspiring somebody else to do it with you. It goes full circle. It is not your job. It is not my job. And I have been taking this so hard, watching coaches quit, watching people fall off their health and fitness journey and thinking that it was something I did. The only thing that I did wrong, and this is why I called it my biggest failure to date, is I didn't figure out exactly why they needed this. So yes, it takes a lot of me reconnecting with my personally sponsored coaches right now to find out why and to dig deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, because I just want to help people is not a reason why what's going to keep you going in this business. It's just not, because here's the reality of it. How many of you guys got told no today? Every single one of us, right? I did. I sent out 53 invites today and maybe 3 people responded. But the thing that I wrote down from this conference is, you know, the guy that decided to destroy all our diets and create Kentucky Fried Chicken? He was told 1,009 times no before he got his first yes. 1,009 times before he decided to be, he ended up becoming KFC and making America fat again. But still, it's the moral behind the story is that he was told no over and over and over, and now he created whatever he created. That's what we have to be like. And the reason that he kept going despite every no is because he had a reason why he had to keep going. So the only person that you can motivate is yourself. And if you feel like you're somebody that's looking at and you're like, I'm just not motivated to do this, I'm encouraging you guys to take a step back and ask yourself why you're even here. Because I don't believe in coincidence. I don't believe that my ad popped up on your newsfeed by coincidence. I don't believe that I sent you that message that day telling you happy birthday by coincidence. You know, I don't believe any of that shit. I believe that I was drawn to every single one of you, and I believe that your coach was drawn to every single one of you, and I believe that you said yes for some sort of reason. It might not be to build a 6-figure empire, but there's a reason that you're here. And you guys have to find that out, because just like your health and fitness journey, once you do, you will be unstoppable. It takes, like, it's mind-blowing to me how I literally can start a shift shop group, and every single one of you will commit to it 150%. But telling you to do a power hour every day is like me asking you to give me your left kidney. You know, it's because you just don't have a deep enough reason why. But girl, you want some abs, so you'll show up for shift shop, right? You want to feel good about yourself. That's the way it works. That's what I'm talking about. Does that make sense? Okay. It's a different thing than just talking about the why. Because the why is always going to be there, but you have to have a damn strong reason why, or you won't show up. You won't. And that's what I'm encouraging you to pass that on to your challengers. Because that's how you're going to create lifers. And here's the thing. Every single one of you on this call, the reason that you're still here and drinking Shakeology and doing our programs is because you found your reason why to keep going in your health and fitness journey. So you just got to do the same thing for them. The next part I want to talk to you guys about is your energy. This is something I'm going to start doing on our team calls because I feel like we need it. Is one thing that I was sitting in this room, at the conference, and everybody, it was a long day, guys. We got there at 7 a.m. and it went literally until 9 p.m. that night. It was a long day. By the time Tony Robbins came on, we're all like in our sleeps like this. So everybody's exhausted. Like we're all laying and everybody's waiting for him to come out. And he's like, he comes out like, he's like, everybody stand up. Cause like, if you guys have seen Tony Robbins, you know, like it's like a freaking like crazy mess in there whenever he comes out. He wants you loud. He wants you excited. And everybody just thinks that's just how he is, right? He's just a happy-go-lucky guy. But there was a method to his madness. Emotion comes from motion. Emotion comes from motion. If you guys think about it, think about how you interact with people. When you're in a bad mood, how do you present yourself to somebody else? Your body changes. Your facial structure changes. And then it's clearly known that you want nothing to do with them. Like, for instance, like this is my way of, if I want nothing to do with that, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? You can see my body right now. It's just hunched over. Hey. But if you're excited, you're like, oh my God, hey, like, do you guys see how my face is changing and my body goes up, my voice goes higher, things like that? Emotion comes from motion. So how many of you guys have found yourselves in a bad mood all day and it stayed with you all day and you couldn't get out of it, and then it dictated every other aspect of your day? You stepped in dog shit that morning and that dog shit lingered with you all day long. Like every single thing that people did just pissed you off, right? Somebody said something and it made you mad. Your husband pissed you off. Now you're mad at the kids. You're doing this and this. Your whole day is ruined because of one bad incident. The reason that he has us do what he does, he literally makes you stand up. Like, I'm going to put this up. He makes you stand up. He makes you put your hands over your head. He literally makes you jump up and down and pump the freaking roof, and you feel like a mad idiot. But guess what happens at the end of that? 30 seconds of jumping up and down acting like a psychopath. You're in a good mood. You're in a good mood because you're moving and you're thinking of something positive. So here's the reality of it. And the reason I want to bring this one up, and this will be the shortest one we talk about, is because you are in charge of your emotions. When you're stuck in a bad mood, that is your fault. You have a choice every day. And today, honestly, I had a choice to be in a really pissed off mood after what I dealt with today. But you know what I did instead? I turned on I Feel Good by Thomas Rhett, and I danced in my living room by myself, and I was like, I got to get out of this pissy mood or it's going to linger with me for the rest of the day. And I really want us to get into that routine because, guys, every day you have a choice. You have a choice to be in a bad mood, a good mood, an annoyed mood, and things are going to go wrong every day. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're at, something's going to go wrong. It's reality. It's life. But you have a decision every day to find your positive and to pull yourself back out of it. So whenever you're doing this, I encourage you guys to go find something that makes you happy. And this is a mental thing. And that's why they say like a mindset shift, especially if you're an extremely negative person. This is very hard for people that are negative. But they said the best thing to transition you into this is by picking your song. So your call to action from me tonight on this topic is to find your song that's going to pull you out of a bad mood. And I want you guys to have it queued up in your iTunes, on your YouTube, whatever. And every time that you hit that spot where you're literally about to bash somebody's head against the wall because you're so pissed off, I want you to play that song. Second Wind, Maren Morris. I'll have to listen to that. Mine is I Feel Good by Thomas Rhett. For some reason, I don't know what it is about that song. I get so excited when it comes on. I think it's because of last year. But I really want you guys to find something that's going to pull you out of it. Because honestly, I can see every single one of your faces in your little boxes right now, and you're all like this. Every single one of you. You have an opportunity. Motion, smile, use your hands, talk to people around you, be happy. Life is so damn short, and we are so miserable. We're at this point where we literally train ourselves, guys, to not be happy. Do you realize that? We find things in our day to just make us angry. And the reason is, which actually is leading me to my next topic, is because we don't celebrate enough. And I went live about this in our team page the other day, but I'm going to re-go on this very quickly. We do not celebrate anything. How many of you guys have accomplished something super huge and you're like, this is great, but now what's next? If everybody is on this team, you all probably are going to say yes because I am that person, and you guys probably are following by example. I am that girl that does something really freaking big, and I don't ever acknowledge it. I don't celebrate it. I don't shout myself out. I don't give myself a pat on the back. I'm just like, what can I do next? When our team hit elite last year, guys, that is extremely hard to do. And our team accomplished something absolutely insane last year. And January 1st hit, and I literally sat back and I was like, oh my God, it's a new year. Now we got to start over. That's what I did on January 1st. Instead of taking 1 day, 2 days to just scream out my lungs that we literally spent 365 days working for a goal and we accomplished it, I'm like, now we got to do it again. Oh my God, we're at the beginning. I didn't even celebrate it. And last week, okay, Stacy hit diamond. Okay, and that was a huge deal. And all I could think about was celebrating her. And I wanted to just shout her out. I wanted to put the graphic up. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do that. And at the end of this conference, Natalie looked at me and she goes, you know, you didn't even acknowledge the fact that you advanced the 3rd business center to 1-star qualifying. She's like, that's how you are. And that is how life ends up happening to you, because you don't celebrate enough and you don't pat yourselves on the back every once in a while. We play down our achievements. I know all of you guys do this. You play down your achievements. Like you'll do something, like maybe one of you will sign up your first person and you'll be like, well, I'm still not an Emerald coach. How many of you guys done that? Right? Or you'll be like, oh God, like I signed up, like I hit Success Club 10, but she hit Success Club 12, so I just suck. Oh my God, she's been coaching longer than me and she's way farther than me in the business. I'm so terrible at this. 1, it's comparison, and 2, you don't know how to celebrate yourself. And that's a problem. We live in a society, and this is coming straight from my notes. We live in a society where somebody will say that they're depressed and you'll say that you understand. But when somebody tells you that, when somebody comes up to me and like, hey, I'm doing so good, life is all right, you think that they're freaking nuts. Am I right? If somebody comes up to you and they're over the top excited about life, you think that they're freaking crazy. But if someone tells you they're depressed, you're like, oh, I've been there, I understand that. We relate to misery instead of relating to happiness. And that is not the kind of world that I want to live in. And I don't know about you guys. We need to learn how to celebrate, and you need to create your victory in your mind first. When you do something that's amazing, you need to shout yourself out about it. Even if it's literally, and this is something I've done this whole week since I've heard this, and it sounds so cheesy, but it's so fun. Every time I do something cool and I push a power, I literally sit down and I pat myself on the back. I'm like, you go, girl. You freaking crushed another one. I literally saw the other day and I was sitting here, I was like, way to go. I was like, these guys, someone's starting your health and fitness journey. Their health and fitness journey. Alicia texted me after she finished the Ultimate Reset. Well, she told me she's officially down 70 freaking pounds. I said, I'm like, you helped her do that, Kelsey. Way to go. Like, that's awesome. It's so great to celebrate others, but guys, you have to celebrate yourself. Because if I never would have introduced the opportunity to her, would she be down 70 pounds? She may have been, but how? Like, how do I know that? We have to create the victory in our head. And guys, you have to get into a routine of bending over, giving yourself a little pat on the back every once in a while. You moms out there. I bet you, if you're a mom on this call, please raise your hand. How many of you pat yourselves on the back for the fact of everything that you have to do in one day? Do you guys actually celebrate yourselves? At the end of the night, you put your feet up and go, man, I did good today. She was crazy, but I did good. I handled myself. We have to do that. We have to. Because instead, you guys are going to bed thinking about all the shit that went wrong, aren't you? Why did my baby cry all day? Why did my boss hate me? Every night, what he taught us to do is he said this is a reason why a majority of our country is on antidepressants. Because we fall asleep at night thinking about all the stuff that went wrong instead of recapping on everything that went right. Finding 5 things to be grateful for as you're laying in bed. I'm telling you what, I've been doing this for 5 days now, and everything has been changed. My whole night is different. I'm just like you guys. I could lay here. I was very vulnerable with you guys a couple weeks ago. I could lay here and list off all of the things going wrong. But instead I decided to list off what was right. And my attitude waking up the next day is completely different. And goes for the same thing in the morning too. Because I know that, again, I'm not a mom, but I can only imagine that you probably all are woken up every day to the sound of a baby. Right? Not an alarm clock, right? Is that how it goes? Before you even get up to go and you're like, oh my God, she's up so early. Before you even do that, 5 things you're grateful for that day. Before you start your day. That's how you're going to live a good life. That is how you're going to stay off the antidepressants. That's how you're going to stop thinking about all the nasty stuff going on in the world. And you're going to project this out into the world. Because the world needs more of you like that. The last thing this world needs is somebody else that is literally making themselves depressed. And I am not shooting down how depression works, okay? Because I've gone through it, but I am going to admit in my situation, I made it worse by sitting there and dwelling on what I could not change instead of trying to proactively get myself out of it. And I try to be an advocate for people that are going through that right now because I get it. I know whenever you hit that depression, I know how sneaky it is. I know what it does to you. And then you get stuck and you can't get out. But here's the thing is you think you can't get out, but you can. And the way you get out is with gratitude. With being grateful for the things that you have in your life. Because there's somebody overseas that would die for the life that you're living right now. There's somebody in this country that would die for the life you're living right now. Would do anything. I might sit here and I might cry every day. Before this week, because like I said, I made a decision to be happier. I would sit there and I would look at my bills and I'd be like, how am I supposed to do this? And then I'd look and say, you know what? There's somebody out there that is literally walking down the street of Charlotte right now with no place to live. It's time for us to stop. So, the next thing is here. Okay. Here's an exercise that he had us do, and I want you guys to, I know we don't have time to do it tonight because we're running out of time, but one thing he had us do is he wants to see what he encourages you to sit down and really define what an extraordinary life looks like for you. So if you guys can write this down, this would be awesome, so you guys can do this later. What does an extraordinary life look like for you? If you had no limits on your life, what would that life look like for you? For me, I wrote down, it consists of not worrying about my finances. It consists of being so happy, paying it forward, being extremely successful in my business. It consists of traveling and being recognized often, because that's what I get excited about, is what I thrive off of. It consists of having a happy marriage and a growing family. And it consists of no more loans or debt. If I could live a life like that, then I would consider it extraordinary. So whatever that extraordinary life looks like to you is going to be different. The next thing you want to ask yourself is, what is preventing me from living this life? And be honest with yourself. For me, in my situation, I said money, belief, worry. What is it that's holding you back from living that life? The next thing you have to ask yourself is, what needs to change so you can get closer to that extraordinary life? For me, I put energy, finances, work ethic, mindset, belief. And the last thing he has is, this one was really good, and I want you guys to do it, actually post in the chat box. Write down 2 to 3 of your most stressful thoughts. What keeps coming up into your head every single day, all day long. For me, I wrote down things like money, student loans, rent, my credit cards, my messy house, the stuff that stresses me out every day, the thoughts that keep coming in my head. Because there's something funny about all this. That last question that I asked you, not good enough, I don't have the money, mindset of a job, preemie health issues, lack of confidence. So this is good that we're acknowledging this stuff. Money, not being good enough, letting people down. Finances, job, providing for my son. Surgery bills that keep coming in. Money, not good enough mom. So do you guys know what these are? What's next with the military? Money, student loans. This is considered suffering. When we put these thoughts in our head, and it's all we can focus on every single day, Tony Robbins considers it suffering. And what he considers suffering is any low energy state. Whenever you're at a low energy, which we just talked about energy, you're suffering. You're hurting yourself. You really are. He says if your happiness is dependent on someone or something else, your happiness is cheap. You, my friends, are the only ones that can make you happy. And these thoughts in your heads are probably not going to go away, but I have the exercise to help with them. The secret to life is creating a new spiritual vision for your life. So identify where you're suffering. And clearly, from what we just saw in the chat box, you guys know where you're suffering. You know what is making you insane, right? You know what's been controlling your thoughts and making you the way that you are every single day. And if you guys look at those right now, I'm sure you're all thinking, oh my gosh, it makes so much sense on why I act the way that I do and why I do things the way that I do, right? It's true. My whole suffering comes from money. So I'm literally, and money is everything in this world. Literally every single thing we do in this world revolves around money. So I'm constantly suffering because I'm constantly thinking about it. So you have to identify that. Where am I suffering? The next thing is you have to figure out what is triggering that suffering. What is triggering those things to come into your mind? And everybody's is going to be different. What is your favorite flavor of suffering? Worry? Stress? Anger? What do you notice it? So for somebody that's constantly angry, obviously that's going to be their favorite flavor. For somebody who reacts to these things with worry, which a lot of you, I'm assuming a lot of this probably comes from worry, right? Fear. They're thoughts, guys. They're not reality. You realize that? Tony Robbins is a mother effing genius. Those things you guys just said are not reality. They're your thoughts. They're what you are telling yourself. It has not happened. All these things are happening. They have not happened. And they have been around forever. So many people have thought the same thoughts you have. You know that? People right now are having those same worries that you have. But if you trade your expectations, all those things that you're expecting your life to look like, and all these worries for appreciation, you're going to change your entire life. And the last thing he says to do is once you do this, and once you figure out where you're suffering, what triggers your suffering, what your favorite flavor of your suffering is, whether you're worried, stressed, anxious all the time, you give yourself 90 seconds to change your attitude. 90 seconds. And you do this by finding out who you can love, who can you appreciate that day, what can you be grateful for. Every time. So for those of us out here, and like I said, I know a lot of us are income driven on this team because we're all going through money stuff. We need extra income, you know. When that worry comes into your mind, you have the opportunity to take 90 seconds to have your little pity party and then change the attitude. And we're going to do that by how? Pop quiz. How do you change your attitude? What was the one thing I encourage you guys to do tonight? Put on your damn music. Find your thing that's going to get you out of it. And you listen to it for 90 seconds and you tell yourself 5 things you're grateful for and you move on with your damn life. Because those are nothing but thoughts and they will do nothing but slow you down. So far, and we're going to finish this up, we talked about motivation. We clearly all know you just defined what's holding you back, right? We talked about your energy and how you're low energy. And by the way, that energy we talked about, people can feel it through a computer screen. So if you're in a pissy mood, please do not message anybody. I never message anybody when I'm in a bad mood because I feel like they can sense that energy because your way you type things will be different. I am the emoji queen when I talk to people on social media, and I'm not going to use emojis if I'm pissy. So you pull yourself out of it. The secret to life that I talked about in that post is that being grateful, finding something to be appreciative of, celebrating yourself every single day. That's how you become successful in life. You don't make mistakes. Mistakes make you. Because you dwell on them. Your mind is so crazy on what it does to you. He said that the worst prison sentence in the world is having so much money and still staying miserable. So all this stuff that I'm telling you, with all this worry, even if you became the richest person, even if you became the 6-figure earner on this team, if you're still a miserable human being, it won't matter. Let's see here. Last thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to wrap this up, was the social media side of things. And I'm just going to give you guys a couple tips on social media very quickly, and I will let you guys go for tonight. Gary Vee talked to us about social media. Instagram is the way that the world is going, okay? We are moving to Instagram, and if you are not using Instagram, you are falling behind. Very, very behind. Because when it comes to Instagram, you have to be using your Instagram story. You have to be. People want to see your life. They might not say it, but they want to see your life, okay? It's amazing to me how many people I will message all the time on Facebook, and I go on my Instagram story, and there's their little eyeball on my Insta story. They are creeping, and they are watching, okay? They want to know, and it's going to eventually blow Snapchat out of here. Snapchat's still growing. It's not dying. It's not going anywhere yet. But when it comes to a business platform, Snapchat is not a business platform, to say the least. a business platform, Instagram is what is happening. You got to get on the Instagram bandwagon. You got to find your 30 hashtags. If you have not watched the Instagram training, please watch that. Find your 30 hashtags, find your people, use your Instagram story. If not more than you're doing, I mean, you still want to do Facebook. Facebook's not going anywhere either. But Facebook changes its algorithms, right? You guys will go through a stage where your likes will be all the way up, and then a week later, they're all the way down. I'm going through that right now. You can figure it out. But Instagram is going nowhere because it operates on hashtags. Find your people. Do not use Instagram. If you're not using it, you're falling behind in your business. 2, people are visually attracted to you. Please, everybody, stop taking pictures in the shadows. Stop taking pictures in the same spot every day. People want to see your face. They want to see you outside. They want to see you enjoying life. They want good lighting. So make sure that you're being careful when you're taking your pictures. Instagram, which I'm just telling you to move over there, is a visual platform. People are not even reading what you have to say. And if your picture's stuck, they're not going to follow you. So you have to be aware of it. You have to. And I'm going to do a video for you guys. I took some notes on what he said in regards to how to take your pictures appropriately. But I'll tell you what, go stand in front of a damn window, put on your 3-second timer on your iPhone, and stand there and smile. The lighting is perfection. It really is. Or you can go onto Amazon and get one of those little selfie lights and put it on these things. This is what I have. I put it on my phone, and it lights it up. No joke. See, look at that. Look at that. Look how bright I am. Legit. Don't ever use this one. It looks stupid. But other than that, you just literally plug it on your phone and you do it, okay? Like telling you. Find ways to make your pictures look better because, again, Instagram is a very visual platform. Almost done here with social media. Oh, here's the thing. Last thing I'm going to leave you guys with in social media because this is giving me a headache. When you are not posting, you are doing yourself a very big disservice because you become hidden. You get hidden on Facebook and you get hidden on Instagram. People don't see it. You guys notice that Instagram changed its algorithm, that it only shows you what it thinks you want to see now? You might not see some, like I don't see some of your guys' stuff on there. I see you on the storyline, but I don't really see you. I don't see a lot of your stuff pop up in my newsfeed. And sometimes it'll pop up and it'll be something that you guys posted 2 days ago. Everybody familiar with that? If you're not posting 3 times on Facebook or Instagram a day, you are hiding yourself. There, Facebook's thinking that you're not there. Instagram's thinking you're not there, so they're not posting it. That's the one, again, for newer coaches, this does not mean post about Beachbody 3 times a day. It does not. It just means be there, show up, show your face, do something. We have tons of posting schedules in our team pages for you guys. But social media, whether you're a coach for the rest of your life, no matter what, we're in a world right now that is going digital. The internet is the way that we work nowadays, guys, no matter what business you're in. And if you're not learning about Facebook, if you're not watching YouTube videos, Alicia, I see you smiling, about Instagram, if you're not trying to become better on social media, you are falling behind. No matter what business you're in. So it's extremely important that we're taking the time, I'm going through my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything, to learn how to do it. How many of you guys, and raise your hand if you're guilty of Facebook scrolling? How many people on this page have sat down to work on their business and then 25, 30 minutes later we're like, oh my God, I'm stuck in somebody's like family vacation pictures. How did I get here? Think about if you took that 25, 30 minutes and watched a YouTube video on how to promote yourself better on social media. Facebook scrolling is doing nothing for you. Grow your business, okay? And if you guys do not have it, download the Facebook, I think it's called Eradicator or something. It wipes out your news feed. So you can't scroll anymore. I have it on mine because it's so bad. I literally will be like, where am I? I have no idea what's happening right now. And I'm literally like, some people, like, again, I don't even know anybody on my friends list anymore because I've added so many people for the business. And I'm like, who is this human that I'm even looking at right now? Like, I don't even know how I got here. So make sure that you guys are learning that. So I hope that this this was helpful tonight. Honestly, it was such a game changer of a conference for me. If you guys can ever get to something that he does, please do it. That one really did not even cost us that much because most of his stuff is usually like a couple thousand. But this one we both paid only like $175 for it, and it was worth it. It was amazing, and I literally walked away. I hope that you guys got some takeaways from this. I'm not him, so I can't make it as exciting as he was, but I hope you guys had some takeaways. You, basically, to recap this whole thing, the only person you can motivate is yourself. Do not get discouraged if you cannot motivate somebody else. Just be there to inspire them. And when you live a life that you love, people can't help but want to join you and be inspired too. The only thing that's holding you back is your thoughts in you, and your thoughts are nothing but thoughts. That's it. You have to let go of these self-limiting beliefs and accept gratitude instead. We'll play your song every time that you know yourself being pissy, okay? We're women. I know how this works. We all go through this where we literally have no idea why we're angry. We just are. Put it on there. Listen to your song. Put yourself out of that negative spot. Bring yourself back to the positive. Learn about social media, please. Try, your business is ran through social media entirely. And go, if you do not have an Instagram account, get one. Do not make sure it's public. Do not make it private. That's just stupid. There's no point in even having an Instagram if it's private for a business. And the secret to life is being grateful. That's it. Being grateful and starting to find reasons to love your life every day. I know this went a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but last thing to recap or to say tonight before I let you guys go, I updated 5 documents for you guys today to make them more relevant to what we're dealing with now. I changed the conversations document, so make sure you download that one to your computer. That one is more targeted toward Beachbody On Demand All Access now because I haven't updated it since we had that. Please do that. I created a brand new prep week group for you, prep week document for you guys to download. That was based off of my challenge group I just did, where it worked really, really, really well. They loved having it in the 3 different columns, having the night for questions. It made my life easier because everything was in one place. Liz, I think you were the one of the first group, like this is your first challenge group, but that was brand new. I never did it that way before, but I thought it was so great and it helped me go through it quickly. Updated the welcome emails to make sure that everything is written out in description of what they're being charged for. And I also gave you guys all the emails that I send to my customers after I send the welcome email. So make sure you go through those, make them your own. For those of you, because I know you're going to ask, MailChimp is how I create my newsletters, MailChimp.com. It is free, and I create my newsletters on there, and I add in my customers by month into different categories. And you guys will see when you get in there. There's a bunch of YouTube videos you can watch. I need water. All right, guys. Love you. Have a good rest of your night. And we will not be having a team call next week. Watch the summit stuff on Thursday night. And for those of you that are going to summit, I'll see you in a couple days. All right. Bye, guys.